specific live stream, we're starting encouraging people to sign up for do the email sign up for our launching online shop, where the print's going to be available. And not only, so what we decided to do is in the similar size canvas, I'll make a piece, one piece, uh, for the lucky person who, out of those email lists that we randomly pick, you're gonna have a chance to give me some notes. What would you want to get as an artwork? And I can create a small piece like this for you originally and purchase it to you. But for that, obviously, you would have to bless you. You would have to sign up for the launching shop that we are in the process of making.
Really, there's no people online yet.
I can repeat that again. That's fine. Just like the starting.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I always say it because it ends up to be a pre-record, and some people watch it after. But yeah, anyways, in the meantime, yeah, I just need one of the phones for the reference. Today I'm gonna paint. Not the usual stuff I do. I usually paint portraits. And this time I'm gonna do a little paysage or the nature landscape painting. And this is for our very good online friend who's been here from the beginning of the channel, pretty much, or at least from the beginning I started live streaming. And he's been doing a great moderation work, helping to keep the chat clean and safe. So yeah, let's see if the Matt joins in today. And I sent him a message.
He just rocked up now.
Hey, hi Matt. Well, I'm talking about you. So yeah, gonna bring up the reference and start painting the. You said it's your parents' backyard. It's quite beautiful.
In Texas, right?
In Texas.
I think.
Well, it was beautiful colors, and well, I picked the small. Oh, those are acrylic. I told her oil, but I didn't look. Well, actually, even better because that works perfectly for this painting. The only thing is, I will need to. Well, this palette is dry too, so I can use it this side of it. Good that I noticed, because that wouldn't be the best idea to mix acrylics and oils. Not like it would be in the end of the world, but I even got acrylic black paint, but for the corners of the bigger canvas, because those are white now. And using oils there's no point, but acrylics are perfect because they dry within the minutes. Yeah, other than that, yeah, just bringing up the reference. Yeah, let me show you. It's very pretty in my opinion. Colors are nice. I haven't painted in acrylics for a very long time, and I haven't done any like trees and landscape, so I think it's going to be very nice, enjoying process. Pack the palette, the colors. Pretty much have all the colors. I will need. So what do we have? We have black, obviously with a white. Those two I will need a lot. I have more black, good if I need to, because yeah, it's quite a big part of the black. Then we have, let's identify more colors. We have brown, obviously, just a dark brown, but I'll mix it with gray or black. This one here as well. Oh, definitely shades of red and orange. Those colors. And we have a little bit of blue. maybe this one too. Other than that, there are not any more significant color palettes. Like this is just looks quite black and white, but with the big parts of red, orange, fading into a bluish, grayish, and I like it. Looks good. All right, let's. I don't need any references here. The only thing I forgot, babe, and I will actually need for acrylic paints, babe, is the glass and water. So for acrylic paints, we need water to mix.
1 second. Let me just sort a couple of small things here.
Sure. Actually, I'm just gonna use this as the palette. Just drop them in the box, and the plastic itself will work for the space where I can mix the colors. So yeah, just gonna use it.
You need
Just a glass of water.
so that.
No, this is
right there.
oily. This is oily thing that it's not going to.
Okay. You want me to bring out the other pictures also
Yeah, sure.
for the background?
Of course. Sure. Okay, let me see. Where do we start from? Let's start from the sky, pretty much. Hey, hi, folks. Well, I don't see the chat, but Chris is gonna tell me about what's going on in the chat. Well, oh yeah, that's actually a perfect place. Yeah, let's put the pole right here. Well, it's pretty much dry. I actually didn't get to. Yeah, I didn't get to the. Yeah, that's just for. Yeah, you can just see my paintings. Very Paul Reed with my body, but should be fine. Well, those two are done in oils. Two oil paintings. As you can see in the black and white with the oils, I'm quite good. But acrylic paints are different. They're easier technically. They're not maybe as deep, but they're perfect for faster pieces like this. So yeah, let me just take it.
Paul Reed turned out amazing, Matt says.
Yeah, thank you. And yeah, it's pretty much done. When I see now it's the way it's dried up, it's I just need to go through a little bit of the black paint, and I'll do that maybe after. So after I finish your painting. So here it's very better light. So it's like a grayish, a little bit of gray, a little bit of blue, and I want to just basically let's see. Right. Thank you. Okay, that's Chris literally just. How did you do that?
You ripped it in half.
Just ripped him in half with your teeth. Definitely something. Drink a little bit more.
It's easier than going downstairs.
Yeah, it was easier, right? Okay. I'll add more right here. So we start from the sky, pretty much. Let's put the
question from the chat. How much time do you need to draw this image? She's painting right now, so I'll just answer very quickly. The one in the background, the Paul Reed photo, painting took about 26 hours. And the First Blood, the Valkyrie, how long did that take again? Like,
First Blood Valkyrie.
yeah, 12,
Yeah, something
12,
15,
14 hours.
something like
The
that.
one she's doing today will be all done in one session. So you can see the painting from start to finish. Welcome, BMCK.
Wider, more white. Like the mix of the cold and the warm tones.
If you want your own, or the chance to own your own handmade painting by Diana, sign up in the link. We will do a drawing of someone who will get a custom made painting by her. And there will also be a aggregate of all her YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff, and with a web shop and everything in order.
Starting getting up a little bit of red here. Here I'm also doing from lighter to darker basically. Because I also haven't done acrylic paints in a while and I know how fast they dry. I'm making sure that I don't mess it up. You know what I mean? So I'm just adding the light tones first. A little bit of red, a little bit of white here and there. So cold and warm tones mix up well. And then I'm gradually gonna start, like on the bottom, you have like a sunrise or sunset in this case. Not sure though which one is which.
A while back, the northern lights in the sky in Texas looked red. It was really pretty. Matt says.
Those northern lights. This one looks a little bit like that. Once in Georgia, we also had northern lights, just once. But
Nayan Mitra says, good to see you. Back
Good
in
to
the
see you
chat.
too.
He's very often here.
Yep, that is true. Running in a little bit more here in the corners too. It's not fully cold. It's like kind of mixes in. Now from this point, I think I can set it. And then here we have like a bright red. Let's kind of emphasize it like this. Because on the top, I'll paint the trees and all that kind of stuff. So right now, it's just me applying the color.
Stephen Walls asks, is she currently painting a commissioned art piece?
Not exactly. You can explain in the chat if you like it. I want to make it too wet, so like this, blending in while it's not dry. It's drying very fast. That's the problem with, in my opinion. I mean, it might be for some speed art or some people like I'm doing. I'm actually doing like a speed art right now, so it kind of makes sense. It's not a biggie, but generally speaking, I'm more of a fan of slow drying paints. And I kind of got a little bit, so that was unexpected. I really believe those were oils. The, well, it's funny, but now making sure that we have good mix of colder and warmer. Adding water constantly so the paint itself doesn't get too dry. A little bit red here as well. So you see some places it's like a mix of warm and cold.
Stephen Wall says, I've always had trouble working with acrylic paint.
I can understand you. Like now, I'm literally rushing, so I don't really. It doesn't get dry. You know what I mean? It kind of makes sense. It will be challenging, but some artists just prefer those to oils. I'm definitely an oil painting girl. There's no doubt with that. Well, good thing about acrylic paint is like a layer upon layer, pretty much. With oils, it takes time, right? With acrylic paint, it really doesn't. It's basically within the minutes, and then you switch and change and put another layer or blend it in or do something to that extent, you know? That's the safest way to do it right now. I would get a little bit more reddish. There's a nice pink. This layer is already dry, but it's okay. I'm adding like on top of it, and then just blending in gradually. All of a sudden, it's actually starts making sense. Something like this.
Matt is asking how long does oil paint take to dry?
Well, to be fully cured, some of them they're the faster drying ones and they're slower drying ones. I'm not sure. Mine's are I think somewhere in the middle, but some paints dry 2 weeks, like total. So it cures fully and completely. So want to fill up those little gaps that we have. Keep them. Is what it is. Might be little gaps here and there, but generally it should be fine.
Becky Lynch reference number one today.
Yeah, already.
There's always one,
Always
at
one.
least,
At least.
at the very least.
Okay. Well, generally, cold and warm colors always lay very beautifully on top of each other. So it's always very satisfying process to paint it like this. How does it look in the camera? I'm just wondering about the feedback. Is it any good? I kind of like how it's laying upon right here. So I like the effect. I like the gentle transitions. Mix up the colder and warmer colors.
This is really cool. I really appreciate you painting this picture for Matt.
Appreciate you, Matt. Like we really appreciate all the support you've done for us and being around. You know that I think that matters. So a nice transition here, and I'm pretty much done with the sky. I think it should be.
Alberto Caballero says beautiful organic. He's always in the thing. Not always, but he's very, very often.
Be careful with the water showing the background. Well, when we start working on the darker part, it's going to be more satisfying and like safer, pretty much. Add up more reds here and there because this
So-
actually going to go like this. Have-
For us troglodytes that only done graffiti, tell us a little bit about the painting process here.
The painting process is acrylic. I haven't done acrylic paints for a very long time myself, so I'm kind of exploring it a little bit. The key thing is they dry very, very fast. That's why you need to be kind of fast with them, I would say. Yeah, pretty much just be fast and careful with because you might just prepare and want to make a transition and soften it, and then when you move to it and you try to mix two different like colder and warmer colors, it's already the layer is already dry, so it can get frustrating. But the good thing about them is also because they're watery based, you can use water to kind of keep them wet. But if you use too much water, that's also not very good. Okay, one more thing in the sets. I'll try to transit to the next thing. Just want to add up a little bit more. Just blend it in. I can blend it in like right upon the layer, so it's a sky, so it makes sense, right? Make it as smooth. There are also specific brushes which I don't have right now. Using this brush and will just good to take, but you would use those thicker brushes like makeup brushes, and you it's so easier to blend it in. Um, okay, I think it's good. There's no point to try to ruin it or anything. So, well, actually, no, I see one spot that I want to add. Just the one spot. Yeah. Nice transition, and just need to use the borders.
Steven says, "Hey Matt, make sure she signs and dates the painting. It might be worth a fortune someday."
Yeah, oh well, I will. You never know.
I wouldn't ever sell boxes.
It's very sweet. Yeah, my grandma says usually you don't sell gifts, you keep them forever. And she really does. My grandma really keeps a lot of some of the gifts that she literally, like, we would ask her, "Oh, why do you still keep it?" And I said, "Because that's a gift."
This is a painting of Matt's parents' backyard in Texas. But Texas is very, very big. You can drive for 12 hours inside of Texas. Matt, exactly where in Texas is this picture from? Big Sandy, Matt says.
Yeah, I don't know where's that, but
Well, that's why we have Google for brains.
okay. Well, let's leave the sky to be, I think. Trees. Okay, let's see what do we have here. We have a background, some landscape, which is around. There's a little frame. I might edit in the end. We shall see. If not, it should be fine. It's around a third. So this is a third. This is a third. This is where. Let's identify it. Black. And black here.
Big Sandy, East Texas. I just searched it up. It's a small place. It's like 1,200 and something inhabitants. But that can be really nice. I do like small places like that where everybody knows each other.
Yeah, I completely agree. Okay, so as I said, it's actually a little bit more than third. So this is the
And since it's Texas, at least have your if you have around 1,300 inhabitants. I'm imagining it's like 1,200 guns there at least. So sounds like a safe place.
That is true. Okay, what the cool thing about acrylic paints is, though, I can literally paint layer upon layer. So there is a big tree on the front, but before I get to that tree, I'm actually gonna do background like this with literally a black paint because it's all tamed down. There's some things on the top, and I'll do that after because, as I said, the layers dry very fast, and it's very easy here. I don't need to blend in anything. I can just literally color the baseline. Where it was like over there, and then start painting, carving the trees on the background, so it feels like it's the bushes and trees, the forest. It's like woods. It's only black. Maybe some highlights, which is
She either goes boxing or draws peacefully two different poles. Superman language says.
oh yes, that's no other way. Okay, let's identify approximately. So we have shapes like this is a high bush here, like this, going somewhere around there, and then I'll use smaller brush to do that. Then have tree here. So there is a bigger tree on top, but I'm just trying to paint approximately what it should look like. And we have trees, the bushes. I'm gonna get there in a bit. I'm not gonna do it with this paint. With this paint, I'm just gonna doing the darkest and the most prominent parts, and then I'm gonna use another brush to make sure it looks like trees.
Steven asks, have you ever done any abstract art?
I tried. It's not really my thing. Well, one thing you can do with this brush, because there is already background, so this is like a solid black, right? But then I'm gonna start using, once I cover all the white gaps, you see here I'm kind of like just blending in, and it looks almost like it's highlights from the sun. So that's the effect we want to get to make it realistic, or at least get the vibe going.
Steven says it's not for everyone. The abstract art he means.
That's true. Yeah, it's not for everyone. I think art, it's about, I don't have anything against abstract art as long as it really, sometimes it has beautiful color palettes and it really takes that, you know, capturing it. Or it can be abstract, but then you can see things in it. It's about how the art makes you feel. What I don't like is the idea that is sold, marketing idea is sold as an art. That's why a lot of modern art or like minimalistic art, there are very few minimalistic works of art that I really like. Very few. Well, actually, good thing that I ended up painting with acrylic paints because this is pretty much gonna be dry. So yeah. And thank you, Matt, for the opportunity to do that because now I'm kind of into. Yeah, it feels nice to do the landscape, and you know why not, right?
Have you painted any wolves? Says Ghost Wolf.
Wolves. Well, actually, I've done yeah in with pencils. I'm good with animals too. If I can paint or draw portraits, I can do same with animals. That's not really an issue. And I'm looking forward to do. I mean, we're sticking to the warrior theme and that kind of stuff, or fighter warrior theme. But maybe I'll add some animals to it. It depends on the composition and the artwork generally. Okay, so now I'm taking the black paint. I think I filled up pretty much all the gaps here. Yes.
Um,
And
to answer your questions, James, she painted all the pictures here, but she's showing different techniques and different time frames and different paints. The paintings in the background take anywhere from 14 hours to 26 hours with these two books. And uh, then their oil. This is now a gift to one of our moderators that we're gonna send to him. And today she's using acrylic instead of oil on a much smaller camera, and she's doing
Yeah. So hear me out now. Yeah, sorry for interrupting. I'm just like gonna show you now. I'm gonna use this paint with this brush, and I'm gonna basically paint the stems before doing anything else. Obviously, I'm not gonna go perfectly on the each and every. Let's just.
can she tattoo? I'll answer for her. She hasn't done. She did look into it a little bit, but
I mean, I've done a couple tattoos, but I didn't continue on that.
between live streaming and singing and starting a professional boxing career in a few months, it's just not enough time for everything. Aeromans asks, do you sell any on eBay?
There is eBay options. Maybe we'll do that. We'll look into what are the best options.
We are going to um, sell prints, limited edition prints, posters, t-shirts, and that kind of stuff on the website. You can sign up there and then be in the competition for your own um, handmade uh, custom art piece. James says excuses. Yeah, valid. I would love to see you paint the Roman centurion, Steven says.
Yeah, that's a good one.
We have talked about that. Doing warrior culture, being that she's a fighter. I mean, a soon to be professional boxer, and um, that was the Valkyrie was the first in that series. So there's going to be more um warriors. And you like stoicism also, so it's kind of perfect with the Roman centurion.
Yeah. So now I'm still going on the stems and the heights of the bushes and different stems to capture it as close as possible to original reference. I'm also doing it on the small canvas and quite um, fast, right? So it's like a fast drawing. So in this case, it just becomes a little bit. I will have to pace myself up a little bit. But there's still ways how to make it look.
Steven says a Warrior series would be fantastic. Yeah, we can pretty much say we are going to do a Warrior series.
Yeah.
The Warrior artist. She could paint the mosaic with your spilled blood.
So here is a very nice. There's some few trees that are like.
Beautiful real art, says JC Robles. Oh, welcome. She should paint Boudica. You know what Boudica is, right? Oh, he wrote it here. It's a self-portrait.
Self-portrait.
When will your online shop be open? It says coming soon. We're literally just waiting for
Quality check.
for the samples of the prints to be delivered to family members. So we've spent a lot of time building this channel, and we're not gonna screw people over by selling them bad quality stuff. So we're waiting for some samples to make sure, and then we will launch it. But it's on its way. It's in the mail, so to say. And the website is pretty much done. Like I said, we just need that quality check. Ironman 100 USA says okay. And I'll mention it again. If you sign up in the email list, you'll be in contention to get your own picture similar to this painted on the live with whatever you want painted. Obviously, within reason. If you ask for something vulgar, we're gonna say no. But yeah, and there's not that many people that have signed up yet, so the odds of winning are very good, at least at this point. Your art is beautiful, 10,000 times better than the AI flop.
Well, I am an AI, right?
Autistic intelligence. Or artistic intelligence.
For this kind of stuff, actually, the perfect is to have a pencil. I don't have it now, so I'm kind of doing a little bit chaotic. It's still an art, in my opinion, but yeah, but like very good way to do it is to have if you want to make it more accurate and detailed.
Start.
So here we have more stems. I'm going to use another brush that I actually used for oil paints, but it's okay. I'll use it for this just little detail here. This umbrella brush, I've been saying before that it's perfect for the landscape, and it's perfect for leaves and like those kind of effects.
Leroy Veneto asks, will you also ship to Italy? We will ship worldwide. Prints and all that stuff will be done by a print-on-demand service, museum-grade quality prints that will last for a very long time. We will also send for limited edition stuff. We will send manually from Vietnam, where we are currently, hand-signed documents that this is a 1 of 30 or 1 of 50 or 1 of 100. And if we sell original pieces, they will also be sold and sent wherever in the world we want. So that's not an issue. I used to live in Italy. Beautiful place. Amazing food. Lago di Garda in northern Italy, a couple hours from Milano. Where are you from, Leroy? Whereabouts in Italy?
It's going to be quite a big tree, so. pretty much. Yeah, you see, I'm like just scraping on it a little bit. I almost feel like a Bob Ross right now.
Ah, Sardinia. Sardinia in Italy.
Okay, now I'm gonna start adding up. What do we have here? We have very interesting. There's a little bit of fence. Split those two areas, just roughly. The tree is gonna be the big tree. Is gonna be the last. Those are acrylic paints, and those. It's just easy to do it this way.
Steven says the painting is coming along nicely. Yeah, I think so too.
It's very nice process of like literally just enjoying it. You know what I mean? So we'll try now to.
Before next live stream, should we get you so you really look like Bob Ross?
Maybe you should. I think me and Bob Ross have a similar vibe when it comes to just being chill, especially when I'm like really chill. Okay, well, I'm gonna start applying the brown. We have a little, I don't know what it's called. We have a little a barn or something right there, so let's just emphasize it.
Um, Leroy says it's a beautiful island with azure waters. Yes, I know Sardinia. It's just a beautiful place. I haven't been there personally, but I know. Um, Laxmikant asks Diana, don't like to have kids?
It's not only up to me.
Not just yet. We have lots of things to do. She's also turning professional in boxing, and I don't know the logistics of boxing when you're pregnant.
Not the best. Not the best one, that's for sure. Got the color, is approximately. A little barn here.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hello.
Oh no,
No way.
clips are? She does the ones. Diana, do you know where the clips are?
They have to be another. So they're like there is the basket and there's also some bags. Look around and they have to be there. Yeah.
Are you what? Are you good?
Yeah.
Hi Diana, have you ever done a self-portrait?
Yeah, I've done very long ago, but since then never and not in a big scale either.
I'm just gonna give you guys a little view of the top of our building. This is here. This is the Tron, northern part. There you can see the marsh and a few mountains and stuff.
Let's see. Well, here ground, basically soil. So mix a bit more, a little bit warmer.
Nice weather, yeah, definitely. Courage à vous. Courage to you.
You know,
Um,
courage is always needed.
let's see. I think this is. I think this is a fighter from France. He has um, an anime character with boxing gloves on in his picture, and I
Okay.
see on his channel there's a few holding pads and stuff.
That's cool. Shout out to fighting folks, guys.
That art is sick. Average Karma says.
Thank you very much. So,
Uh,
as I said, I'm just still painting with the sections. And good thing about acrylic paints, as I said, I can let it dry within the minutes, and I can apply a white. There's a snow, for example, in the background. I can do that on the top. So it's not a big deal whatsoever. It's just about finding the right color.
are you an artist? Yes, I think she is. You can judge for yourself by looking at what she's done. I would be a bit cautious in giving your location, just a friendly suggestion. I don't think it's really going to be a problem here. We're not giving an exact location.
Yeah, you don't know exactly.
This is the top of a building in a highly densely populated area, so
And also generally safe areas too.
she also has a very big security guard, so it's not. I don't think she's gonna have any problems, and she can actually take care of herself too. Potato Alex says this lady is very talented. I agree. Frank says that's dope. Diana deserves to be in Hollywood in James Bond movies.
Well, did you watch it?
Huh?
Would you watch it? I'm asking the audience.
Uh, for the ones that are interested in learning, can you tell a little bit about how you're doing the the painting now? What's the technique you're using? And
Just scraping on the canvas. Well, it's acrylic paint. I didn't have planned to paint acrylic. So the thing is, when you have a landscape like this, always start from the sky. And if you use acrylic paints, because they dry out fast, you gotta work fast. But at the same time, the beauty is you can just finish the sky. Upon it, paint the black like the bushes. Then you see I'm starting the ground, and I keep going on the ground. I'll finish the whole landscape, and then I'm gonna apply the tree on the top because it dries so fast. That's an advantage of it, or at least we can call it that way, right? And yeah, it's just it depends on the materials you're using, as I said, because it's an acrylic paint. It's very specific material here. That's why they use different approaches. You know what I mean?
God bless Charles, says nice job.
Do you get those? Do you get those? Or do you have to go to the store? Or do you have to go to the store? Or do you have to go to the store? Or do you have to go to the store? Or do you have to go to the store? Or do you have to go to the store? Or do you have to go to the store? Or do you have to go to the store? Or do you have to go to the store? Or do you have to go to the store? Or do you have to go to the store? Or do you have to go to the store? Or do you have to go to the store? Or do you have to go to the store? Or do you have to go to the store? Or do you have to go to the store? Or do you have to go to the store? Or do you have to go to the store? Or do you have to go to the store? Or do you have to go to the store? Or do you have to go to the store? Or do you have to go to the store? Or do you have to go to the store? Or do you have to go to the store? Or do you have to go to the store? Or do you have to go to the store? Or do you have to go to the store? Or do you have to go to the store? Or do you have to go to the store? Or do you have to go to the store? Or do you have to go to the store? Or do you have to go to the store? Or do you have to go to the store? Or do you
Oh yeah, she knows what she's doing.
Seems like she has a lot of talent. Maybe different field.
Yeah, she's hardworking and dedicated. I mean,
This is
her,
you
her,
can't just
her real talent is in painting. She really knows how to do it. With the beard.
this is some people even if you work a whole life you have just talent.
Yeah, no,
This
definitely.
is crazy. This is crazy.
This is a real guy, actually. This is Paul Reed. He debuted, he was an alcoholic, then he started fighting, and he debuted at 35, and he was fighting professionally until he was 50. He won his last fight at 50. That's pretty wild.
Yeah.
I'm going to show the stream really quick. This is her latest work that's done for a guy called Paul Reed.
You spend a lot of time up here.
Huh?
You spend a lot of time up here.
Yeah, we do live streams from here at times.
Beautiful. One thing missing from this place is pool.
We're
I like the
just-
pools in the boutique hotel Reef House.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, I'm on. Yeah, I'm on super much. Okay.
What's the other word?
Yeah,
Yeah,
have a
let's
good
grab
one.
dinner. Let's grab dinner with the missus. Yeah, cool. Yeah, those are our Canadian friends. Jeff.
Okay, so I applied the brown. I think it's quite accurate brown color here. So, but upon it, I'll basically put a snow. There's some stains of snow. And as I said, because it's acrylic paints, it's easy to do it this way. There's no point to do it any other way. It's like the easiest way to go through. But I also can do this. So we have a little barn here. So make more.
Muffle Puff 3000. That's better than Muffle Puff 2000, the shittier version. Muffle Puff 3000 is the better model. Who asks, did you paint the tattoo on your arm as well?
I wish that works that would work that way, but
No, but you didn't make the design for that. You had a,
no, I also didn't make it design.
a friend of yours who's a tattoo artist did everything from scratch. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a Muffle Puff. Turned out to be a little bit of a happy mistake that you picked up acrylic instead of oil, huh?
Yeah, that's it. Okay, yeah, I haven't painted in acrylic maybe like forever. I'm interested to see how it's coming along.
No, that's fine.
No, it's okay.
No.
Yeah, feel free to come. How many people watching right now? Just wondering. Okay.
There is 31 people. Right now you have 98 likes.
Oh, that's great.
even if it falls, if it gets ripped a little bit, it's a warrior. It should survive it. Stephen Rolls, is that a Texas sunset? It looks like the sun is setting. Well, if you didn't actually, if you, so this is from Texas. You're absolutely right. It's a place called. Sorry, 1 second. Big Sandy in Texas. So this is from Matt, who's one of our moderators' backyard.
Yeah, that's true.
Not one of our moderators, the main moderator. He's here a lot, and we really appreciate it.
Yeah.
So this will be sent to the US to him, so he gets something original as a small gesture. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, Chris, for talking right now.
Yeah, she's so deep in the painting, so
Sometimes I do focus too much. That's how it's done. Let's apply whites and some. We have a little fence here, a couple trees, like. Actually, let's white first. So just taking pure white. There's a hole here on the roof.
we just hit 100 likes. That's very nice. Thank you guys. Thank you for all the new subs and messages, likes and everything. Appreciate it.
Yes, we do. Those are acrylic paint, so it's just beautiful and very satisfying how to just applying the color from color. It works very well in the contrast with the snow.
Yeah, back up again. Yeah, the live should be back up again now. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, Matt said it. We're back.
Well, Matt, how do you like the way it's coming along? It's because it's pretty much your painting, so give us a real-time feedback.
Looks really good, Matt says, with thumbs up and one of those like nice smiley faces.
Appreciate it. Okay, let's continue, but I think we should move.
All black.
Oh, it's very nice.
Says,
And now I look.
looks cool.
Yeah, now I look at it. It actually looks lovely. Looking lovely, but it's very hot now. So do you think we should just move?
Sure.
Yeah.
Pick up the easel and
Well, if I just move it like this, just kind of like on like this. I'll need some of my stuff.
Yes.
Thank you so much. That's really, the sky is really beautiful though. Okay, I will continue. For other paintings, feel free to move them if you want to. Maybe down there.
How do you have daytime, man?
Huh?
How do you have daytime?
Daytime?
How do you have
How
daytime?
do we have it? Oh, yes. It's impossible.
We're in Vietnam, so different time zone. Prakash Kumar asks, which country are you from?
From Georgia.
Georgia, Tbilisi, but currently in Vietnam.
Yep. Okay, thanks. Let's continue on this one. Okay, so here I will use a little bit of the stick brush, but then I'll use umbrella brush to capture the main, what do you call it, the blown. Uh,
Sorry, so what? The
Not the lawn, but the grass on the backyard. What do you call it?
lawn.
Lawn, yeah.
So we do apologize now for lots of wind noise, but we had to move out the sun, so we're in the direct line of the wind.
Here, white.
You both speak good English? Yeah, we speak pretty much only English these days.
Yeah, that's kind of true.
Hi. Where are you guys? This is not wrong, Vietnam. Beautiful coastal city.
That is also What about now? Okay, guys, let me know if it's if you can see anything.
No, there's still
Turn
nothing.
turn on, turn off, and turn on again.
Okay, let's see.
Okay, is it back now? Let's do the little test check.
Should be working now. Well, thank you guys for sticking around. Happens all the time. Yes, or it happens with most live streams and stuff. Matt says I can see in here. Steven, it's
Yeah.
also it's good. Yeah. So it's back up again.
Okay, good. All right, let's take. Actually, there are a couple things I missed. Maybe I should do this first. So, right now it's just a brown stain. Well, we're gonna fix it now. To white.
Pass me the phone and I'll show them the reference.
It's very beautiful snow.
So this is the reference photo Matt sent us.
Okay. Let's start.
Again, thank you everyone for the likes and the subscribes, and if you sign up for the redheaddiaries.net, you're in a contest to get your own personally hand painted picture done on a live. Everyone will get access to the website with an aggregate of all of Diana's channels, and there will be some merch and some prints and gradually originals and everything. Right now it's just an email sign up, but yes.
So you see how it's getting right here now?
Mhm.
It's like the snow, and also doing the specific lines in specific directions because that snow is laid out very beautifully, going diagonally pretty much on the original picture. I'm trying to replicate with my strokes and correct. Bob Ross will use a lot of umbrella brush for pretty much everything, so that's kind of the same idea here as well. Softer than snow gradually. In here.
It's smart to start your business the right way. Yeah, we've been working on the channel for a very long time. We're not trying to do any like clickbaity stuff, and
Yeah, anything stupid.
there's no OnlyFans and there's no getting slapped on camera for attention or being a cuck girl, that kind of nonsense. It's
Yeah.
just
It's not what we do. Okay, here is I'm already putting a tree where this is where the tree is gonna start from. And this is where approximately it comes up. Well, it's gonna be very interesting to see how that develops. More snow. Using umbrella brush to nicely blend it in like this. And we do it safely because it's an acrylic paint, as I mentioned. It's completely safe to do it this way. So yeah, acrylic paints, as I said, downside is it dries too fast. However, it can be also an advantage. Like in this case, so satisfying to paint pieces like this. I'm very glad that it ended up to
so many satisfactions.
yeah, so many satisfactions.
Yes, this is acrylic paint. Rock James was asking. Chris Salsa says beautiful art.
Very much.
This is the first acrylic piece she's done in a
Yes,
while,
very much.
in a very long time. Lately, she's done two big oils that one took 12 to 14 hours, and the other one took 26 hours. This one we're doing the whole thing in one live stream, and if you really want, you can go and see the, the live stream from the start, and you'll see the whole process. What is acrylic? The acrylic is a type of paint.
It's a water-based paint. You have gouache. That's what we would paint when we were kids. That's like in the beginning. Then we would move to acrylic paints a little bit for a little while, and oils were more advanced because it takes way more precision and
More violent than the last BMF fight.
I love Charles and Max, but that was, and I
That
think
wasn't a BMF fight.
that was Max's face. Literally, he was like, "This is not a BMF face." The entire laying on the top thing.
Yes, when they have a BMF championship, they really should
It's-
go
it's
Gagey
kind of-
style.
Yeah, it's kind of okay. Olivier didn't get assignments. Well, that's kind of the thing about it.
Boring fight. Yeah, like I said, we really like both Max and Charles, but yeah, it wasn't a very good fight. It,
It was the
Good.
BMF standard, at least.
it wasn't entertaining in BMF standard, yeah. Painting is very relaxing. Watching someone else paint is even more relaxing, Steven says. Well, I hope
Yeah.
you
It's true.
I hope you are nice and relaxed and chilling.
As you should, guys.
Interesting color pattern. Let me just show Rock very quickly the reference. So So this is the reference. This is the reference. So this is a real place in Texas called Big Sandy. I zoomed in too much. Hold on. That's the reference. Painting rock.
And now I'm gonna add up a little bit of warm brown and do the same thing, just on the brown part of the color, just a little bit here and there. Like here, for example. A little bit.
So VMK says, I wonder what Nate Diaz thought about the fight.
Uh-huh.
I actually saw one of his on some sort of. I'm not on social media, but I saw like let's see here. He said something is like this is boring, or like he didn't use more colorful language than that.
Well, he kind of also said, "Don't call me for a fight. I want to fight like killers, not like pretty boys and."
I'll find the exact reference.
Good.
Nate Diaz heavily criticized the performance, calling it boring and calling the competitors dorks for not engaging in a striking battle. And he said his reference was boring motherfuckers. So BMF. Yeah.
That's a very Nate Diaz style.
Hey, welcome back, Brian Doherty. You got something for real! Exclamation mark. Amazing. You're artist too?
Yes.
And boxer and dancer. You do a lot of things.
White again.
Yes, it's perfect. Yeah, UFC has been a little bit down lately. The White House card, for instance, is like I'm happy
It's
to
just
see.
a regular card. It's an interesting card, but it's a regular card.
Yeah,
Like, I'm not
it's
even
nothing
looking-
special.
Yeah, and I understand that there are like some firefights were not available. Someone has injury. Someone refused this and that. I understand that, but it's just like that was the risk of making the whole fuss and fuss about
Well,
it.
they let one eye poker into the heavyweight division. They should have let both of the eye pokers. They get eye poke
Yeah,
each other.
Yeah. Well, Tom's reaction was actually but then who? Because exactly the same reaction. I guess that was the only reason because there's like Herrera versus who in the heavyweight. Like there's no one who has a little bit of name or charisma at this point, and he's like, and then they're fighting for interim. So Tom's still. I think he said that if you would stripe him, he would just leave the organization. So I think that on hold.
Rock James, have you ever worked on watercolors? You make interesting color mixtures.
Watercolors is my weakness. Never, I think tried once and kind of never again. Not like I wouldn't, but it's just not really not my thing. To be honest, I like heavy paints. I like paints where I like watercolors are very soft, very gentle, very and that's kind of takes the same type of personality. When oil paints, the reason why they're my favorites is because it's the layer on the layer and it's heavy colors, very deep colors, dries longer. You can carve upon it. With the watercolors, you make a mistake. They don't even have white in the watercolors, so you kind of need to leave the highlights. Kind of fuck it up, you fuck it up.
It's also she's making a series of fighters and warrior symbology and like different. She made a Valkyrie. It's called First Blood. That was of a shield maiden kind of thing with the with the sword, and then the other one was Paul Reed, who's an MMA fighter, and um, like you are doing a series on different fighting.
Yeah, like warrior fighting style right now.
And watercolors are way too to say soft. Right now you're doing this is the first color painting actually done in a long time. Is the other pieces of art have been all black and white. Why such a small painting? Oliver Moore asked. This is so that you can do an entire picture in one single session,
And
so you
maintain
can
the quality.
see the project from start to finish.
Yeah, it's also quality. Like it maintains quality.
BMK once Imp Slum said BMF belt is for bums who can't win actual titles. I don't really care what the title is about. If you have an entertaining fight, that's what matters. And that last fight wasn't very entertaining.
Yep.
No worries, Oliver. Bonito colores, Q talento. Nice colors, you're talented.
Okay, now I'm putting up the tree already. Yeah, let's do that. As a base, I'm using black for now, but on the corner, because there's a lot of black already, we'll carve up the.
The last two portraits were quite large in comparison, so I was wondering time constraints. Yes, time constraints, but also so you can see an entire picture get done in one session, so you can see the whole process from start to finish. It's also her first acrylic piece, meaning that the other pieces were oil paint and this is acrylic. Different technique.
Yeah, different technique. Definitely. Different materials, different technique.
Drake is back for the cake. From what I see, if I squint, it looks very nice. Yeah, I was literally just thinking about it, Steven. So we should get a better angle here. We'll move closer.
Okay, right now I'm just carving the shape of the stem and the branches here. Trying to make this accurate as possible.
Yeah, you were absolutely right, Steven. I just didn't see. I wasn't thinking.
Okay, sometimes we don't think.
I like the red in the background. Is it a sunset? Yeah, this show the reference photo real quick. So this is the reference picture. This is from Matt's parents' backyard from Big Sandy, Texas. I don't know if it's a sun up or sun down, but sunset or. But yeah, it's definitely the sun that makes that color.
That's true.
Lovely, very nice. She's doing a wonderful job too.
Thank you very much. Well, now it's kind of coming together. That tree is gonna really take it. Right now, just first apply the big branches that like trying to do it as accurately as possible, like following the original reference.
When is she gonna give up boxing and become a full-time artist? Well,
The
boxing is the
beauty is
gentle
that
art.
actually, yeah, it's both. It's gonna be both guys.
Luckily, we've managed to create a situation where she doesn't have to have a regular job, and in the traditional sense, there's no 9 to 5, and uh, she does what she loves to do. Along with MMA, are you a professional artist also?
Along with boxing.
I'll answer for you. She's not an MMA fighter. She's going pro in boxing. That's her expertise. And we are turning her to a professional artist. Um, you see in the description, there's a link for the website that's coming very soon. We're just waiting for the test samples to come, so we're not sending out bad prints and that kind of stuff. So yeah, but you basically do all the things you love to do on this channel, right?
Yeah, I definitely do. All right, continue. Take this brush. So this and this is not exactly black. So what we're gonna do now, I'm gonna try to,
Show.
yeah, just mix. And then with black, whatever is left from here. Taking this. Okay, and you see now what I'm gonna start doing? I'm gonna start creating a little contrast because again, it's not in this one. It's not exactly like. See, all of a sudden it becomes more real.
Leroy from Sardinia says your painting is so astronomically, stunningly beautiful, well painted.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. It really means a lot, guys. So a little change and it's already created an effect of more volume. Like a little bush here. You see? A little highlight. Created a little let's continue with the main branches.
Edward Evans says, I like the contrast between the painting and the backdrop.
Sorry, these branches I'm a little bit focused on because I'm trying to make it accurate. You know what I mean?
Also many focuses. This is Nha Trang, Vietnam. Becky Lynch reference number 2 today.
Yeah. Welcome.
Welcome back, fun.
One beautiful thin branch. Something else. It's very satisfying actually to paint this one. I haven't done a landscape for a very long time and it kind of feels refreshing, you know, being out of the comfort zone and actually capturing in nature is quite a relaxing feeling. You know what I mean? Side. You wanna go, Kevin?
Yeah, I'm just yawning. Were you was she self-taught, or did she attend the school for the visual arts
Well,
students?
I attend.
But you didn't show up much, as far as I remember.
Yeah. I was the talented, so-called lazy artist, but I wasn't lazy. I was just going to trainings and sports. And once I mentioned it to my art teacher, one of my teachers, who was a little bit emotional, and he almost had an emotional background. Like he couldn't comprehend, like, oh, me boxing, brutal sport, when I'm such an artist, such a talent. You know? But I liked a challenge, and I liked that I wasn't directly good at boxing, especially back then.
How much do you feel that you learned from the art academy?
I definitely learned a lot of. I gained academical knowledge, but because I was natural, to me it was just a little bit of like a reading instruction to the thing, and then okay, throwing it away and let's do.
But like things like grit and
Of
how
course,
to
yeah,
compose shadows
shading,
properly
yeah,
and
yeah,
shading and all that kind
yeah,
of stuff.
yeah, with different materials. It really helps. Academic knowledge enhances it.
Hi, what country? Well, she is from Georgia and we're in Vietnam. Never put yourself in a box. Nope. Nice girls, nice work, guys. I will definitely sub, or def also.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
There's so many countries in the chat today, so
Yeah.
feel free to just announce where you're from. I'll start. United States, Stephen says.
Well, if you're from United States, please clarify which state.
A united one, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you now? Looks like a place near the ocean. That's absolutely right. We're in Nha Trang, Vietnam. Now, the ocean is just down here, not far at all.
Because there's thousands of tiny branches, and no way I'm gonna do that with the we call it with the brush. I would need a very thin pencil for it. I will use different technique for it. So right now I'm just doing a small layout like this to have a feeling that those are tiny branches up there. Basically, I'm just going to use another more umbrella brush.
Your umbrella brush.
And now I just kind of remember why I don't do trees in nature, because when it's like comes to a very precise like one, like those branches and that electrical effect of it, it's like takes so much patience. Also takes time. So in this case, I'm adding a little bit of texture, like effect of branches, maybe a little bit of leaves. I'm gonna also work upon the tree, make it lighter. so the tree itself looks more realistic. We just do it like this.
I used to use a knife for the finer branches.
Yeah, that's also a good one, but this one is so much. This takes that might take an extra hour to work even on that little piece. It's just because
But according to your parole, you're not allowed to have a knife anymore.
yes, that's also true. Well, we're still gonna do it in a smart way. So now I'm gonna work on the tree itself because right now it just looks like a shadow, but it shouldn't look like a shadow. So we're gonna take mix with new mix. Exactly have time for my training as well. Lindsay and then Jima. Okay,
Gaim?
fine, yeah.
Gaim.
My sessions.
Boxing gaim or
No, I think today's strength. Where's my white? There it is. Okay, that is very interesting way. Now we're gonna basically switch on like this. All of a sudden now it becomes more loose. Not, we don't need to make 1,000 little details. We can just keep going. It's just carving the little tree out.
C-Rex is back. So nice. I like red skies.
It's really beautiful.
I like you too, C-Rex, but I feel we need to see other people.
And we can take just a little bit of the reference. I like adding a little bit of whites too. So let's add a little bit of white. think we have a little fence left. So there's a fence. Other than that, I think we can kind of leave it be. At the end of the day, it's a painting. You know, as long as it resembles it and captures it, I think it's yeah. It's not a realism. If it was realism, that's another story. But if you look at it as just an artwork,
This is the reference photo. This is the arc. Sweet.
and next time I'll just get a pencil, which is even easier to paint upon it.
Hey, what's up?
Hello. Oh, it has a little. What's that? Has a little. Used to be done. Yeah, go ahead.
No stress.
Bushes on the background. Oh, that's it. Officially done.
Okay, good job with it. Is there a school nearby?
Yeah, it is. That's the noise is coming from the school. That's true. Well, how do you like it, guys? There is actually a special spot to sign up on. So, Matt, I'll sign up my name and my. I'll leave a little note to it to you on the back of the painting. I think it's good.
Yeah, pretty good work. Good work.
I improvised here a little bit. I kind of added up a little dots, but that's how I like to work. It's basically okay.
Love it. You've done a perfect job.
appreciate it. Well, I can see I freestyle too much on it because it would be cool with the branches. But from the other hand, as an artwork, I like it quite the way it is right now.
Yeah, no, it's very nice. Good job.
Yep. Here we go. It's also, I haven't done the landscape in years. So.
No, but it's impressive nonetheless. Okay, do you want to finish with a little Q&A session or?
Just for a little bit, yeah. I still have 25 minutes. However, yeah, like maybe 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes maximum. A little Q&A.
Yeah, feel free to ask any questions you want. I mean, you ask
Exactly.
you ask during the painting sessions too, but
Yeah, there were a lot of questions, and I think that was great. Just gonna start packing up the paints. Show them what I don't need. Yeah, full acrylic, and it's more than enough. It's possible to make a couple or three or two more pieces like that, same size. So for the smaller pieces like this, acrylic paints seem to be perfect. Like this is already dry, like no brainer whatsoever. It's ready to be shipped like today, if something, you know.
that's the mountain range up there. Someone was asking.
What's the mountain?
Foliage up there, and then we have a little mountain range here. Stephen asks, "Do you miss living in Georgia?"
To be completely honest, not really. Also, to me, it's the most important thing is where my husband is. Wherever he is, I cannot.
But I'm
feel
usually
lost.
where you are.
Exactly.
Are you stalking me or am I stalking you?
I know.
You're stalking me, that's for sure.
Yeah, but you know what I'm trying
You're a
to
little
say.
Klingon.
I'm a little Klingon. That's true, and I can't. Yes, I cannot sleep without you. I cannot like. And to be fair, you same for you. It's like weird feeling, right?
Mm.
So for me, as long as he is next to me, like I think I can. The place is a secondary. But if we compare Vietnam and Georgia, somehow I feel better here at this point in my life. So yeah, maybe it's a climate, maybe it's just the coast and that kind of stuff. More.
Combination of a number of things, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, let me get the bag. The bag.
I put the bag there. Though.
Oh, that's another bag.
Yeah, but that has a bag with lots of holes in it.
That's fine. For oils.
Can you give people second chance? You're gonna have to clarify that question a little bit more, Cyrex.
Yes. Everyone wants a second chance, but not everyone deserves it. I would say that way. Also, some people have. We're talking about the relationship or friendship or like any type of relationship. Well, people can make mistakes, but sometimes they make it out of because they have not even thought about it. So they didn't really mean harm. They just did something, and then it just caused the consequences. Well, that situation can be okay. We sit down and maybe we clarify and maybe try to work on it. But when people have a trait when they just like they're like an energy vampires. Like they say they not gonna do it, but they don't do it because that's the only way they you know feed themselves with your energy. Very usually with negative energy. There is no point giving a chance to people like that because it's just gonna be the same all the time.
No I'm not slow. I'm just letting her talk first because she's in the middle of saying something. I'm from Norway. But please be polite.
Yeah.
Like, you wouldn't talk to me like that if I was right in front of you.
Yes.
I promise you that.
Exactly. Respect.
Well, there's something to be said about don't attribute to malice what can be attributed to ignorance and stupidity and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so you just don't want to be on the. Okay, so threatening me in the comments is just gonna get you blocked. Bye bye.
Threaten?
Yes.
Okay,
If it's real life, I'd pull out my knife or my gun or whatever. So. Yeah, no, just
Okay,
walk in front of
yeah,
it. It's
please,
not
yeah,
just. Yeah, he's kicked already. Like zero tolerance policy for that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Good morning from Pennsylvania.
Just wondering about Salah if we.
Yeah, he's already gone, so it's like there's no stress.
Look at this, babe. Yeah, I don't need a chat or anything, so you just have this thing. Anyways, Matt, I'm not sure if you're still in the chat. It's quite late in the United States, but this painting is pretty much ready. And yeah, well, let's talk about logistics. Gonna need the address, and we'll figure out how to send it from here. According to AI, doesn't seem to be a big deal. It's possible to ship it to pretty much anywhere from here. Any more questions, or we should wrap it
Hold
up?
on. Yeah, no, it's. I'm sure Matt will be pleased. I think so too.
Sorry, guys. We're also in the process of finding a new apartment, and there are a lot of messages we're receiving right now on all of our phones.
Yeah, so we'll look at this when I finish here now. But Terrence says good painting.
Well, Tree could be better. I'll be honest, because I like hyperrealism, or not hyperrealism, but I like those elements of that brings it up, like really makes it alive. Like this is more like but instead I used like impressive art because again timing it would take a longer time to use the. And next time I'll use, if I make anything like that, I will use the pencil, like ink pencil. It really goes well with the acrylic paints, and it's a good way to specify the little details. So yeah, it's a little tip, life hack for you as well.
Mm.
Very often it's not only the skill and technique and the experience, it's also knowing what tools to use or how to improvise. Have you seen some of the artists, they even use their own hair, just the hair. So they obviously they paint the highlights and everything, and then just to have that extra few hairs upon that makes it so realistic.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think we're gonna have to wrap this one up now.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you everyone for following along, being in the chat, interactions, and all that kind of stuff.
I'm just wondering how many views are there now, just to see what was the retention, the view retention today.
Right now, there's 19 viewers.
Okay.
And Barbara Ross over here. Nice. Funny.
Barbara Ross.
I will check out your website. Right now it's just a sign up link because we don't
Just
want
feel
to.
free to sign up because you're also going to sign up to a little lottery. I'm going to make a similar small piece on a request, like a referee can give me a reference.
That will
then-
be live streamed.
Yeah, and that will be live streamed. One lucky person out of those sign up, the email list that will be in the sign ups, will get that opportunity. And obviously, you're also going to be notified on the launching of the shop and the products, but more importantly, the prints of my art and more things on the shop will be available. So you're going to be able to look at it, purchase some of it, and yeah, I mean, we're quite excited about it. If there, yeah, go ahead. If there, if
Yeah,
there are
no,
some
I was gonna
questions.
say. I'm looking here now. Steven says I'll sign up. James Alva says amazing.
Thanks, Steven.
Definitely
James.
will buy a print. James Alva says, well,
Appreciate it.
appreciate that a lot. Also, the battery on this phone is dying in like a couple of minutes, but can you play musical instrument? Yes, and then yeah, specifically guitar. Yes, you play guitar.
Yeah, not on a high level, but I used to play when I practiced more. I could play quite a good acoustic style of music, and I was actually telling Chris that when we settle down more in the future and get the guitar, have a guitar available, I would love there like some songs more like a country style, soft country. Some of the like a very beautiful acoustic songs that I would just love to learn and just play and sing. Probably gonna live stream that too at some point.
Yeah.
If I do that.
Shayu 2K, long time. Oh yeah. Okay. You remember this guy, right?
Yeah, Shay, I remember him.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm done.
he's back in the chat.
Good to see you.
So
How are you
yeah.
doing? I hope everything's going well.
So yeah, but battery is actually running out on one device here and everything. So yeah.
I also need to prepare for my online session.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate you. Today was a painting live stream. And try to do some boxing live stream the next few days as well. And yeah, see you.
Fantastic, guy. Thanks so much. Wave goodbye.
Ciao.
Ciao. Take care, Steven.
Take care.